Pro Boxing fans, joined with Riakporhe. How you doing?
Very good, man. How you doing? Yeah.
Very good, thank you.
Cool.
You're fighting Billiam Smith on Saturday night.
Absolutely.
How's camp been?
It's been grueling, man. Let's just say I'm happy to be here because it's over. Now we can just focus on performing, and that's the easy part.
Early in your career, you've made a habit of boxing against prospects. Tommy McCarthy, Sam Hyde, and now Billiam Smith. By beating these highly touted guys, does that fast track you on your career?
Yeah, of course. Like, I started boxing really late. I had my first fight when I was 19, and I turned pro when I was like 26. So I just realised that if I want to progress and achieve great things in boxing, we're gonna have to push. We're gonna have to step on it. And once I got my first chance against Sam Hyde, that's when I realised, you know what, we need to stay on this path. Because I'm not gonna learn nothing but boxing journeyman. Even having the KOs on my record, it's almost like a padded record. You know? I just thought this is the best way for me to learn, to get my experience, because I want to be at the top one day. And for me to get to the top, I'm going to have to go through the domestic scene, and I have to go through the European scene. I want to do it the conventional way, but we'll see how it goes.
Yourself and Billiam Smith, identical records,
yeah.
9-0, 8 stoppages.
Yeah. What
threat does Chris bring to you that you've not faced before, if any?
What threat does he bring to me? No threat. You know why? Because I'm a threat to myself. You know, I beat myself in the gym day in and day out. I don't need to worry about anybody, and that's my biggest opponent, myself. And it will forever be, because I can sabotage myself. Really.
Also an undercard, Lawrence Okolie. It's quite close to a deal beforehand. How close was it? Do you still want that fight, or will it ever happen?
Yeah, I think it will happen if we continue winning. It's inevitable. The fans want to see it. He's number one, I'm number two, so it's just a matter of time, pretty much.
Is it potentially available for the next fight? Do you feel it could be mandatory?
Could be next. It could be the next fight. We could have fought at any time. I could have, instead of this fight, we could have done Okolie, but imagine before, you know what? Let's just build it, and you get the experience that you need before jumping in the ring with Okolie. Because Okolie's got that type of awkward style. He's not pleased to the eye, but he's effective. He gets the job done. So I think. Right about now, after this fight, we'll see how it goes on Saturday. I think we can get things cracking, but we'll see.
How important is it to build correctly towards a big fight?
It's very important. Experience is everything. It's like, a lot of people think it's easy to be boxing on these big cards, and it's completely different boxing on a small hall show and boxing on Sky Sports live with thousands and thousands of people in the arena. And you have to get experience. There's no way that you can get that experience unless you actually just undergo and go through the phases. So I've been through it myself, boxing Sam Hyde on that Sky Box Office show. I know exactly how it is. It's difficult. When the nerves come in and kick in, your muscles go stiff, you can't move. You have to be as relaxed as possible. That comes with experience.
Now, before the boxing came into your life, you was involved in gang life, you was involved in knife crime. With the knife crime rates streaming through the roof at the moment in London, how can boxing help stop this?
Boxing is already helping. Why? Because they're putting people like me, myself, Riakporhe on major platforms like this, and I ain't afraid to tell my story. A lot of people have stories as well, but I'm just one of those few individuals that are helping others by telling my story and letting people know, listen, everybody has to overcome some type of adversity in their lives, and if I could do it, then you can too. It's that simple. You know, that living that type of lifestyle only leads to two ways: death or life imprisonment. So you don't want to live that type of lifestyle. Let's just put it that way. And you don't want to go to jail either. So it's best that you just take the opportunity, change your life, use your time correctly, and make something of yourself, because it's just a waste of time.
Is there more boxing can do for street crime in general right now?
Oh, flipping no. Listen, one of the reasons why I got myself into a lot of trouble, I said it many times, is because of boredom. I didn't have nothing to do. That's why I'm an advocate for youth clubs, social clubs, to get kids active, doing things. Because when they don't have nothing to do, they're gonna get up to no good. It's just that simple. When you're not occupied, you can lead yourself to sabotage. So I think it's really good when I think it would be a good idea for them to put more funding in youth clubs, get the kids active. What else? Just to push more people like myself on these big platforms, because you know, it's sad, but you know, kids only respect materialistic things. So when they see fighters like myself or athletes with jewelry and clothes, cars, and they see that they came back from that type of lifestyle, when they obviously do their research, I think, you know what, Richard looks pretty cool. He's living a decent life. You know what, I'm gonna follow him. That's how it works. So, and even being on TV and stuff, same way. That's why you have to thank, I thank Sky Sports, I thank Matchroom Boxing, ITV, BBC Music. They have covered me tremendous amount of coverage over me and my lifestyle, my history, my stories and stuff. And we're going to carry on putting good vibes and good energy into the world, man, because that's what I want to do, ultimately, add value to the world.
And finally, just a prediction on the main event of your stablemate Dillian White against Oscar Rivas.
I reckon an 8 round KO for Dillian. 8 round KO.
Richard Riakporhe, thank you very much and good luck Saturday night.
Cheers. Thank you.